My human rights are being violated because I do not have the benefit of seeing the handsome face of my husband while I sit there. Wait, does she go to court when she's sitting as a Chief Justice with her husband facing her?
1020.
Guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel again. We haven't posted in a while. We had a few holidays. We took some time to refresh.
We didn't have no holidays. We went back to Ghana. And how was it? How did you feel?
I mean, there's a lot. Yeah. Did I enjoy it? I enjoyed it a bit. It was sharp and long at the same time. So, but we are back. And before we do anything, as usual, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment the video, share the video as well. Make sure you share the video. Bro, what is on the line?
There's a lot of things that's happened while you've been absent. So even today, the implementation of the 24-hour economy, we can talk about it.
There's a lot.
There's a lot
in the past 2 weeks.
Remember the vetting of the new justices.
Yeah.
And so, but then I've decided the whole Chief Justice suspension and everything, we've spoken about it in a previous video. So if you've not checked it out, you can look at what we think about the whole process. But while we was in Ghana, she had a press conference. So the first thing I want to ask you is, by the Article 146, which is removal of Chief Justice of the Superior Court, Clause 8. I want you to base your answer on this clause, that all proceedings under this article shall be heard in camera, and the justice or chairman against whom the petition is made is entitled to be heard in his defense by himself or by a lawyer or other expert. So, do you think her coming out to do that press release, was it good?
But before anything, let's just listen to a bit of what she said.
Every step of the removal process being undertaken against me is being done in a manner that breaks every rule on how justice is delivered in our country. And this is why I find the need to draw the nation's attention to the serious violations of the Constitution and law in the process, and the danger it holds for the development of the nation's democracy. If I resign under these circumstances, I will be saying that this flawed, unknown, and opaque process is acceptable. It is not. It's historic. In all of Ghana's 68-year history as an independent republic, there has never been a hearing for the removal of the Chief Justice. One would therefore have hoped that if such a process becomes necessary, it would provide good guidance and precedent for nation building. Unfortunately, every step of the removal process being undertaken against me is being done in a manner that breaks every rule on how justice is delivered in our country. I was also living with him at the time he was abducted and murdered. Was Edu Lodge chosen for my inquiry to make me feel insecure? I think so. And I continue to hold the view that there's no reason why a judicial hearing is being conducted behind the high walls of Edu Lodge. And so I knew that it was necessary that the issues being thrown around as petitions against me needed to get into the public space. I swore to a supplementary affidavit alerting the Supreme Court also of human rights violations that I had started encountering when I went to the Article 146 hearings. However, the members of the Supreme Court that had the petition for the hearing in open, and they also struck out the supplementary affidavit at the request of the Attorney General. I have decided to make this statement today because the violations have not stopped. Indeed, they have escalated beyond anything I could have imagined as possible in justice delivery. It is this total absence of compliance with all known rules of fair hearing that has caused my lawyers to file applications for judicial review in the High Court to declare all the proceedings void. Because the clear danger is that through this flagrant violation of CI 47 and the darkness of the current proceedings being held in camera behind the walls of Edu Lodge, my lawyers and I can come to the end of the proceedings. The evidence will show that every one of those allegations in the petitions that were given to me on 27th March is unfounded and untrue.
I think she knows the law. She knows what this means, and she knows the optics, how this looks. And I think she didn't have to, because she's put the committee and even some of his colleagues in a position that he knows that the committee wouldn't come out to defend themselves, or they wouldn't hold a counter press conference to talk about or rebuttal certain things that she said in there. And to be honest, a lot of things that she said was like, it's more like, to me personally, when I heard it, it was more like a crybaby. She didn't state any fact, no law. It was all about me.
Tamaklo said she's playing the what's it called? Emotional keyboard.
That's the thing. It's more like me. Look at me. I've been harassed. Look at me. I'm a woman. Look at me. I'm a woman. My human right. Listen, if everyone that was charged held a press conference like this,
be chaos,
you get, this is ongoing investigation. This is ongoing. She didn't have to do it. But what do you think?
I think there's two sides of every story. People are also saying, which I understand.
There's only two sides though. There's an MPP side and NDC side in this case.
Okay, that too. Everything looks politicized. It looks like all the MPP followers are back in there. All the NDC followers are not back in there. But then, what time do you think she has a right to come out if she feels like her rights is being infringed on?
I think after the case. After the case, yeah.
So when the committee has sat down and they found her guilty or not guilty, is when she can come out.
Because, okay, my question.
But wouldn't it be too late?
What does this do to help the case, though?
All right, then let's look at some of the things that she said in the press conference and discuss some. She said she was set by men while she was going in.
I think it's a lie. When I went to Ghana, even at the airport, I was searched. I wasn't searched by a woman. Yeah. I was searched by a man.
When the women were going in, there was a woman.
There's a woman. She knows that they wouldn't.
Men don't have the right.
When you heard it, first thing that you said was men. It can never happen.
And this is the Chief Justice you're talking about.
Like, it's not, they know that the law states that men are up to search men, women are to search women.
Maybe the guy was maybe the finger was bad.
What's the lawyer's name? What was it? Beatrice Annan on Metro TV said it.
Good Morning Ghana.
Yeah, Good Morning Ghana. She said it, that is done nowhere, and the Chief Justice knows.
If the Chief Justice don't know her right, I won't let you.
I won't let you
then I don't know what else.
Yeah.
Problem. Let me put on record. The law is that when it comes to search, a woman must search a woman, and a man must search a man. So even without this, when you go anywhere, no man has a right to search a woman.
Yeah.
In the case of a Chief Justice, it is not a man that searches her. Let me put that on record.
Really?
Yes, it is not a man that searches her. She knows that.
Are you saying that she lied?
I'm saying that it is not a man that searches her. She knows that. Is she saying that the lady looks so masculine that she cannot...
I want to ask, maybe the lady
No,
looks...
it is not a man that searches her. That has to be put on record. it is not a man. You can quote me anywhere. It is not a man that searches the Chief Justice before she goes into the premises to conduct. It is not a man.
But she also said her husband wasn't allowed in. I think, Chad, I've got a bit of sympathy in this. I know it's not her right. Or like you said, if everyone's husband and wife were allowed to accompany them to, and this is not.
No. That's not the problem. That's not the. You can complain and ask for sympathy, yeah, for public sympathy. But this is not an infringement on your fundamental human right. No law states anywhere that, oh, my loving husband ought to be there at my hearings.
Hold my hands. Let's go.
You understand what I'm trying to say? It's not a human right issue. It's if that courtesy is being guaranteed to you, that yeah, your husband can be there, your children can be there during an emotional time like this for you. Fair enough. No one is not. It's not a human right issue.
My human rights are being violated because I do not have the benefit of seeing the handsome face of my husband while I sit there. Wait, does she go to court when she's sitting as a Chief Justice with her husband facing her? She may be in love with the husband, but the Lord did not contemplate that one day we will have someone who is so much in love with the husband that if the husband was not by her to hold the hands, and in the most romantic manner say that I'm with you, darling, then that amounts to a breach of a human right. That cannot be so.
All right, now let's go into what she said about the venue. But what when I was listening to the news for on Saturday, what lawyer Torkornoo said was the venue was chosen particularly for her safety, one, and her privacy, because even lawyer Beatrice Annan said some of the courtrooms don't have toilet facilities. There are cameras around, cameramen around, going in, going out. So the Edu Lodge, which was refurbished by the former president Akufo-Addo, which he called the presidential palace, is a perfect place where they could even go and stay without coming out. Because it's got all the resources around where she can stay.
If she's tired, she can have a rest.
So, but then she's saying that she felt insecure in some type of way because she's got some, what's it called? Old recollections of how his uncle was murdered and the place was used in plotting of his uncle's death. What do you think about that?
Can't you see I'm tired already? Like, all this cry, emotional cry. I know. This is what I'm saying. This press conference was more like, okay, let me talk to the MPP base so they can have sympathy with me. I don't know what you think about it.
Okay,
but
so the same person, lawyer Torkornoo, has debunked the date because his uncle was killed on June 30th, 1981, which I think 45 years ago, every year we celebrate it. So this recent, I think 2 days ago, there was a remembrance day for that. Yeah. But then the meeting, per the report of the investigation into that murder, the meeting was held outside of the lodge, the lodge, in August. After the death of the uncle. So even people are saying that factually is incorrect.
She's wrong.
I
don't listen.
And it wasn't even inside. They didn't go inside. They had a meeting outside.
Listen, all this, like I said, this case has been politicized. I think, personally, she should just resign.
She said she won't resign. What do you think?
Oh, she's gonna resign. She won't resign, but then at the end of the day, they're gonna replace her anyways. If she'll resign, watch me, she'll resign. Do you know why? Because this case is gonna go on, drag on.
Even that.
I've heard words like, they are bullying me. I wouldn't allow them to bully me. Listen,
this is the Chief Justice you're talking about,
yeah,
not any ordinary person. But what I think is, the reason why I think she should resign is, if everything was heard in camera like the Constitution said, and we didn't know all the facts,
And we didn't even really talk about the people that are involved in the committee because these are her peers. How are you gonna come back and sit on the same table with them to work together? So there's no if it was over here, you know what would have happened already. She would have resigned. Yeah. So I think the best move forward is for her to resign. And
all right, guys, that's what we think. But let us know what you think. Should she resign?
People also saying that if she doesn't resign, they'll raise a petition for her not following the constitution, abusing the constitution by not holding this in camera.
Anyways, guys, I think this is all long, but I think before the NDC came to power, they knew they was gonna hold her accountable for a lot of things that she done, a lot of things that she delayed on, and a lot of verdicts that she gave when they were in opposition. So she knows what this is about. Whether it's about time. She got to go. She ought to go. So, but anyways, guys, let us know what you think in the comment section as well. And if you're getting value from our videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment.
And like you said, we're back. So we're back. Make sure every day there's gonna be a video.
Yeah, that's it.
Watch out.
All right. Thank you.